Day6's legacy in K-pop has been unbelievable to witness, as the band has faced numerous controversies and even the loss of 2 members, who are still haunting the narrative. But despite its lows, the band has been able to come out on top as their success has reached new heights. Day6's journey began in 2015 under JYP Entertainment when they first debuted as a 5-member band originally called 5 Live, consisting of Seungjin, Jae, Younghae, Junhyuk, and Wonpil. Their first major release came before they even debuted in 2014 when they dropped an OST as 5 members. But it wasn't until their drummer Do-won entered the scene in 2015 that the final lineup was completed, marking a fresh start. The addition of Do-won completed the group, and the newly created Day6 made their debut in September 2015 with the release of their mini album The Day and their hit single Congratulations. From then on, Day6 was unstoppable, as their signature blend of pop rock helped them stand out in the industry at the time, and with each new release, their fan base grew to new heights. The Everyday 6 project was especially well received by fans and the public alike, as they promised to release 2 new songs every month for the entirety of 2017. The project was not only a musical masterpiece, but also helped secure the group a solid spot in the industry, as they were able to show their massive range and commitment to their craft. Releasing 25 different songs in a year is no joke, but Day6 managed to pull it off perfectly, solidifying their status in the industry. But as the band rose to fame, they would soon find themselves in the dark holds of controversy. The first blow came in 2016 when Junhyuk, one of the original members, suddenly left the group. His departure was shrouded in mystery at first, as JYP Entertainment made the reveal with no further explanation. The statement was kept extremely simple in typical JYP fashion, as they claimed he had withdrawn from the group due to personal reasons, terminating his contract with the company altogether. However, the vague announcement wasn't enough for fans, as rumors were going around at the time speculating about what could have happened and whether or not Junhyuk left the group willingly. However, even though JYP stated personal reasons as to why he left, netizens were able to dig deep into what exactly had gone down and came up with their own theories. According to one thread regarding the situation, things started to escalate when Junhyuk allegedly got involved with the Sasaeng and even started posting evidence of it. Both he and the fans started posting similar pictures on their social media, with the latter even tagging the locations in which the photos were taken in, which would make other fans swarm the area. However, the main problem with his behavior wasn't the fact that they were showing off the relationship, it was the fact that JYPE has a very strict no-dating policy which idols have to uphold for the first 3 years after debuting. This is why many netizens suspect it was the breaking of this rule that essentially got him kicked from the group, not to mention that Junhyuk was supposedly dating a Sasaeng, making the situation a lot more complicated. The company tried to protect Day6 by attempting to minimize the scandal as much as possible and frame Junhyuk's departure as his own decision. However, the group didn't escape unscathed, as this marked the first major controversy for the band. Despite this setback though, Day6 continued as a 5-member group and pushed forward with new music and tours, leaving the situation behind them as cleanly as they could. But just as it started to look like the worst was behind them, with the band pushing out one solid release after another storm started to brew. This time, it involved Jae, one of the band's most beloved members. Jae had been a fan favorite ever since his first appearance, as he quickly became well known for his laid-back personality, great humor, and relationships with the fans. This was especially because he was seen as an international idol due to his upbringing in America, so he had an easier time connecting with the audience. However, in December 2021, Jae surprised everyone when he announced that he would be taking a temporary hiatus from the group to focus on his mental health and personal matters. In a now-deleted post on Twitter, Jae reassured fans that this break was only temporary and that he would return to Day6 when the timing was right, as he wrote, "I am still lacking in many ways, so I can't stay where I am right now. After discussing with JYP, I am sorry to tell you that we have made the decision for me to take a break from Day6's activities for the time being." For some, the hiatus seemed inevitable, as they had already guessed that Jae would step away from group activities to focus on his solo work. What they didn't expect was for JYPE to release their own statement just a day later, which seemed to contradict what Jae had said. According to the company, Jae's contract had been completely terminated, announcing that he would no longer be part of Day6 going forward. Many longtime fans were blindsided and devastated by the news, and what followed was a wave of speculation and confusion about what had really happened behind the scenes. Rumors quickly started flying that Jae had been cut from the group due to internal conflicts with the company and possibly even with the other members. Fans also noticed that in several promotional posts and images, Jae had been noticeably cropped out or removed altogether, which only fueled the fire. Following the termination of his contract, they flooded social media with questions and concerns, demanding clarity about why Jae had been so suddenly removed from the group if they supposedly parted ways on their own terms. As expected, JYP remained completely silent silent on the situation, leaving the public to try and piece together the truth on their own. However, Jay then started getting involved in some controversies of his own, which ended up leaving a bad impression on everyone, making people wonder if JYP hadn't made the right decision all along. Jay, never one to stay silent, especially when it involves his reputation, attempted to put out some of the fires he had started, not only for himself, but also for the band's reputation. Initially, Jay promised that he would one day return to the band, most likely after the members completed their mandatory military service. However, it quickly became clear that a return to Day6 was not in the cards as he started getting removed from the band's branding, including pictures and milestone posts. Many fans even expressed their distress seeing him being slowly erased, with one of them saying, "Look at how they cropped Jay out of the group picture on Wikipedia, like it's not funny, it's actually kinda sad." Others also pointed out how unfortunate it's been to see the band go from 6 to now 4 members. And while Jay might one day return, it still hurts to see him edited out of the group's history. At the same time, the group's image started taking hits like never before as his reputation quickly started being all everyone associated with the Day6 name. As Damage Control, Jay then began to open up about the real reasons behind his exit. In a 2021 interview, he hinted that his mental health had taken a hit during his time with the group. While this might not have been the actual reason why he left, it seemed to have played a part. This September, though, he decided to lay all his cards on the table as he attended the Zach Sang show, where he gave fans a more detailed explanation of why his time on Day6 was so difficult. Turns out that he felt alienated due to the cultural shift from America to Korea. It was especially the way the Korean entertainment industry works that had made things tough with him, and it's something he had apparently been struggling with throughout his entire time in Day6. Dealing with the cultural differences turned out to be harder than he initially thought, and in the end, it's what ultimately made him leave the group. He explained how the morality scale was one of the hardest things to adjust to, as he said, "In America, you are taught to question everything and be a rebel. You make your dreams happen. It is all about you." This was a hard adjustment for him, as in Korea, everything is about being a team and taking responsibility together. This difference in mentality made it difficult for him to fully adjust to the group dynamic, especially when the band had to deal with public controversies that affected everyone equally, even if it was only one member had caused the issue. Looking back, Jay admitted that there were moments when he regretted leaving the band, especially given the deep bond he had formed with his fellow members and the fans. However, it had to be done. After everything, Day6 made their first 2024 comeback with the single Welcome to the Show and the mini album Forever. This release marked a new chapter in their journey that many fans welcomed with open arms, especially after every member was able to make their safe return from the military. But despite the excitement of new music, many still raised an eyebrow at the mini album title, as some fans saw this as disrespectful to Jay and his legacy. One fan wrote, "Day6's new album title is not the one. Jay left on amicable terms with the boys, and to highlight that he's no longer there anymore is just like a slap in the face to him." However, others saw this as a fresh start instead, and even as the right way to do things, since it celebrates the remaining members with a beautiful promise to fans. One fan even saw it as the last stage of grief in Day6's rebrand without Jay, acceptance. Surprisingly, Jay did express some hurt over the fact that the band has decided to brand their comeback as 4. He explained how seeing the album felt like being erased from the band's history, but his frustration was more about the company than the band itself. But other netizens didn't see this as an issue. Many actually felt like Jay was the only one to blame for ending up in this situation, as it was his own actions and decisions that led to him leaving. One Twitter user even said that there is no reason to feel bad for him, as the band deserves to move on after what he put them through. Another pointed out that the band has actually only gotten more successful since his departure, despite the bad press that he had given them. In fact, many netizens seem to feel this way about the situation, stating that Jay's history and overall carelessness have done nothing but drag Day6 down. In fact, it looks like despite everything that happened, Day6 could celebrate a happy and successful comeback together as 4 members, and many fans have been more than happy to support the group as it is today. Their song Happy from their March comeback earned them their very first #1 this September, with 3 other tracks securing several other top spots on Korean charts. Their success as 4 has only grown in the second half of the year with the release of their newest mini album Band-Aid and title track Melt Me. The song not only topped Melon's top 100 for a week, but it also managed to earn an all-kill on several Korean charts such as Bugs and F-Lo. Even one of their classic tracks, You Were Beautiful, has managed to re-enter Korean charts, ranking high on both Melon and Genie, showing how in demand the group is today. Many K-pop fans seem to be turning their eye to the band as they are finally able to thrive free of military service and without the shadows of the past weighing them down, something which is certainly reflected in their many achievements. In fact, the band has become the first act to earn 2 real-time all-kills on Korean charts this year, as both Happy and Meltdown dominated 4 of Korea's biggest biggest music charts. Even music shows have been going incredibly well for Day6, as they won their first show, Music Core Trophy, and took the top spot on Inkigayo 2 weeks in a row. They also managed to secure 2 other music show wins, ranking 5 total once since their newest comeback. And with the band currently busy with their 3rd sold-out world tour, it looks like Day6 has more than managed to get their momentum back, as they are truly solidifying themselves as chart-topping legends despite their many controversies.